So let's start. What about starting right now? Are you okay, team? Are you ready? Here it is. So my name is Maan Eid. I'm a PMP certified. My background is engineering, although I also work in IT. I have many certificates in IT and in engineering as well. Now, I will introduce here what's the benefit. Maybe you have heard about the PMP. People is always asking, oh, PMP, we need a PMP. What is it? And what's the benefit, in fact, of being a PMP certified? That's what we will discuss today. But before we do that, let me introduce some, information here. So you can connect always with us to know what's new. We have so many of these, webinars, and to introduce new topics, new ideas, some soft skills, hard skills, IT things. We have that all the time. So check with us always and stay connected to learn about these. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, all the social media. You can. And you can, if you want, scan the QR code here, or these are the addresses. Look at that. It's all Select Training, LLC, all of them. Here we have AE. It's okay. That's you can scan that and you will find us there. Now, to get most of the day, please stay all the time. If you want to turn off your camera, it's okay. But the most important thing is to put your mobile and the mic always muted. So silence for the mobile and muted for the mic, to avoid any distraction. And put the mobile away, sometimes there will be a distraction. Now, to get most of the day, you can change, you can mute, change the view to see me, to see the slides. You can always unmute yourself. If I ask a question, you can mute yourself and ask whatever you like. Now, by the way, feel free to ask me anytime. There is no rules here. Feel free to ask me. If you cannot use the mic, drop that in the chat. Although I may not, pay attention all the time to the chat. Maybe after we are done, I will scroll over and answer if there are any questions. Sorry there. So if you want, you can use reactions also. Maybe you agree with idea if I ask something, or maybe you raise your hand if there's something you want to say. You can use these reactions here, as you know from Zoom. Now, you can change the view, as we said, and there are some ground rules. No recording, please, for whatever we do here. We are presenting. All of that, by the way, will be on YouTube, so no need to do anything. If you want to share your experience with us, you are welcome to do that, and feel free to let others know that we have these kind of webinars every now and then. Thank you very much, and I hope you will learn something about the PMP and why it is important for project managers. So I will start by asking you directly, team. The title of my presentation is The Benefit of PMP for Project Managers. So maybe you will understand from that. So if I am not a project manager, I don't need it, because the title says benefit for project manager, and I am not a project manager, so I will not benefit from that. In order to answer that question, we need to know who is the project manager. Who is the project manager? Can anyone tell me anything about who is? By the way, please, very simple terms, nothing complicated, not rocket science. So it's very easy. Who is, do you think, a project manager? Anyone can answer. He is the one who is what? Team. What do you think a project manager is? You can drop that in the chat if you want. Who is a project manager? Because if the definition of project manager does not apply to you, so you will not benefit, as per the title, from the PMP, because it is benefit PMP for project manager. What's the benefit? So anything is project. Anything is project. Do you think so? So what about, let's say, I am in a factory and we are producing cars, the same model of, let's say, Toyota. So is it a project or the same kind of mobile? Haha. Madeleine says a project manager is someone who manages the team handling a particular project or task. So it's okay, but that's very vague. Because you said a project manager is someone who manage team. I need some simple definition of the project manager. Simple. What do you think? So Muhammad says producing a car is many projects. What about mobile? So I have a factory, I'm producing mobiles. Is that mobiles? Is that project? Planning and execution project. Oh, this one is very technical. I need something easy. He is CEO of the project, but with that, we did not have a definition. So what does it mean? It's simple than that, guys. In fact, okay. Still is many small projects leading to one main project. Now, just a minute, guys. What I want to tell you here, and I want to show you, is a project manager is someone, you know, he is first of all organized, passionate, and goal-oriented. So this definition applies to almost anyone, right? This applies to almost anyone. He understands what the project is and what's the strategy maybe of the organization, and he can align with that. Also, and this is very important, project managers are change agents. Change agents. Now look at that. Under that definition, you know what? We are all project managers, but the project is different. Maybe it's big project, maybe small project. Even managing your own work, your own issues is kind of project. If you want to move from one town to another, from one place to another, it's by itself a project. Why it's a project? What's the definition of project? A project is something has a start and end and has a limited resources to be used. How you will manage those is project management. So in this case, under this definition, we are all project managers, but we have different kind of projects. So look at that. Whenever there is a change, you need a change. You need a project manager. Project manager, they support changes. They understand the goal and they know where to go, and they share also the sense of common purpose among the team. So if you are moving from one place to another, the whole family need to share with you the how we are going to move, how to sequence things, how to go with that. In that under that definition, we are all project managers. Now, project manager also, as a characteristic of the project manager, he is the one who can work under pressure. And can you tell me anyone who is not working under pressure? Team, we are all working under pressure. We are all, right? And the thing is, we need to manage that pressure. We need to, the problem is always we need to shift from looking at the picture. Okay, so that's the project manager. Because we are under pressure, we need to look at the big picture and also at the small things, but they are crucial details, which is very important. So shifting between the strategic and the tactic, the big picture and the small but crucial details is also a characteristic of a project manager. We need that kind of project manager. That's the project manager. Under that definition, again, I will tell you, we are all under that term. We are all project managers. So that if you go back to my title of the presentation, benefit PMP to project managers, as we are all managing something and everything in changing. Guys, Corona itself, this thing changed the whole thing. And we have to cope with that change. So maybe we change our, let's say, our work, our location. We are now working from home. You see, how to adapt is part of managing that. You are a project manager. It's something temporary, we hope, and then we'll go back to normal. So you see, we are moving between different states. That's what we call, what we need project management for. So what's the benefit in this case? Great. Babies are not under pressure. Very good one, Muhammad. Babies are not very good one. That's why babies cannot be project manager. And we don't recommend PMP for babies. We don't recommend PMP for babies. Very good one. So, but we are all under pressure, any kind of pressure. That's why, guys, we need to manage that. It's project management. Now, what's the benefit of the project management? What is the benefit of the certificate, PMP? First of all, and I will tell you what is it exactly, but the benefit of it, and I'll go into detail with those. First of all, when you are qualified and certified as project manager professional, this skill, this certificate is transferable. You can use it in any type of industry, any type, any kind of work. I will explain a little bit more about that. It is transferable. It's something can be used whether you are in pharmaceutical, you are in constructions, you are in IT, in healthcare, whatever the thing is, you can. It is also, it provides industry recognition. People will know that you are PMP. When you are PMP, it means you understand what the project is, you understand how to deal with people, how to interact, how to communicate. Look at that. Maybe you will tell me that we have so many project managers that they are not, very well qualified, and they are PMP. Absolutely, this is the case in any industry. You have doctors, you have physicians, you have teachers, you have educators, you have, you have that. But in all, and they are certified, but they are not up to that. It's okay. Those are not the majority. Usually, if you want to be certified, especially this PMP, it's not easy and it's not difficult. I will explain a little bit about it. It's not easy, and that's why it has that reputation. Because if you want to be a PMP, there are a set of prerequisites and requirements you have to pass. Not difficult, but not easy as well. That's why it has that reputation. So people will know that you are certified. And nowadays, a lot of companies are asking, are you certified? Are you certified PMP? You want to join our organization? What certificate do you have? This one is very important one. That's why it enhances your career opportunities. By the way, you will absolutely find it easier to find new job and a new position if you want, if you have that certificate, because it shows that you are someone who is dedicated to do something. You will learn. So it's not about not only about you will get certified. No, during your journey to be PMP certified, you will learn really a lot of things. You will learn tools, techniques, how to deal with people. Nowadays, by the way, PMI, which is the organization that grant this certificate, Project Management Institute, which issue the certificate. Nowadays, they focus a lot about soft skills, more than the technicalities. Now, that's why, guys, I very much encourage you, especially starting 2021. Starting 2021, PMI, Project Management Institute, shifted from focusing on process, tools, and techniques, I mean technical stuff of project management, towards values, more toward values and business environment. That's why now it's easier to get certified. Earlier, before 2021, exactly before 2021, there are a lot of memorization needed, a lot of tools and processes. It's difficult. Now it's easier. It's easier because it's value-based. I'll tell you what's the difference. This is important, by the way. That's what you will learn from the PMP. Value-based means that the whole thing about project management is what? To deliver value, not to follow the plan. if you follow the plan, but the customer, at the end of the day, he was not satisfied. So what does it mean? If there is a surgery and the surgery, you followed it exactly as per the book, but the patient dies, what does it mean? It means nothing. You did not deliver value. So it's not about following from now on the plan. That's how it was earlier. It was about we have to stick to the plan. The plan is important, but more important now is what? Delivering value. Now you will learn skills that will deliver value. You will learn tools, techniques, how to interact with people, how to deal with them, how to manage conflict, negotiation skills. It has more focus. Now, that's why I'm telling you, team, it's easier now to get certified. Now, absolutely, you will get a higher income. Absolutely. And also, it's a networking opportunities. I will discuss those now. All of these, again, I will discuss them in a little bit more detail. So, any question here up to there, team? Do you have any question, please? Are you okay? Team? Okay. So, I'll continue. We said it's a transferable skill. Now, why it's transferable skill? Now, it's a transferable because managing a project is a big project or small project. What you need to know is exactly the same, because the project has this limitation of time, of budget, you have risks, you have quality to be delivered, you have all these elements with anything you do. With anything you do, these elements are there. So whatever the project is, even if you are, let's say, engineering, or you are in healthcare, and you are a great project manager, you can manage something related to, let's say, to space, something related to space research, or something related to agriculture. You can. If you are a good project manager, you can manage any project, because the life cycle of the project are exactly the same. Let me tell you this. If you have a kid, let's say he is a Chinese kid, can you raise it? Absolutely, because he is a human being, and we know how to manage any human being. Exactly, the project is the same. Projects are exactly the same, has stages, go through steps. It's all the same. With each project, you start while collecting requirement, planning, executing, check what you are doing, and then close. All projects like that. That's why you can really manage virtually, if you want, or mostly any project in any industry. That's what you will learn from PMP, to manage anything, whatever the project management methodology you are using. And what do we mean by methodology here? You know, the main three methodologies is the traditional one, which is like in construction. In construction, it's very traditional project management way, which is you start by planning, executing, and then and control what you are doing and closing. But there is another way, which is agile. Now, PMI introduced agile, which is more applicable for software as a project management new methodology. Now you will learn both the agile way and the traditional, and even the hybrid, if you have a project that combine both agile and the traditional project management. So it's a transferable skill. Don't worry, when you are PMP certified, no question, you can manage any project whatsoever. So it's a transferable skill. As we said, recognition. The PMP certificate will tell the people, the employer, that you have the project leadership skills, because that's something also you will learn about. And they, in the exam, they will ask you a lot about that. You have the leadership skills, and you know how to deal with people. Now look at that. The new exam is about, it focuses on people, process, and business environment. Now, earlier, the whole thing was a process. You see, the whole thing was about process. Now, they said 50% about the process, and the other 50% is about people and business environment. So, when you have that certificate, it means By the way, the exam is not easy. You have 180, about 4 hours. So they will ask you a lot. That's apart from the documents that you need to prepare to show that you are really a project manager, or you are part of a team in project management. So they will know about that. It will validate that you know how to deal with people, you know the techniques and technical parts of project management, which is not that big now, and they are not focusing on that, and the business environment, which highlight the connection between the project you are managing and the organization strategy. Can you link between what you are doing and the strategy of the organization? Which means, can you prioritize? That's something you will learn when you apply for the certificate. So it validates that you do all these. These are the skills that are important to deal with people, know the technical stuff, and then what's the business environment, so you align your project with company strategy. Great. Improve skill. Now look at this. When you are certified, let's say you apply for the exam and you get certified. When you are certified, you are not done. Every year, you have to show that you are improving and you are learning something new. That's why PMI said that every year you need to show us 20 PDUs, Professional Development Unit. Professional Development Unit. What is this? It's a 1 hour time that you spend learning, teaching, volunteering, doing something in project management. You need to show them that. How? Either you summarize a book, maybe in 1 page or few lines, not too much. Maybe attend a webinar. Okay, there are so many webinars there, and they are free. Many of them are free. 1 hour equal 1 PDU. So, or attend a conference. Guys, one of the advantages, as I will tell you later, is networking. So by attending conferences, you also will get PDUs. So it's not about I'm certified and I'm done. There is nothing that it has no end date. I mean, it's valid forever. No, it's not. You need every year to show 20 hours learning, teaching, attending webinars or conferences or meetings in project management. So it's not one-time thing. You have really to think about it. And not only that, they are very, very specific. How many hours in technical skills? How many hours in volunteering? How many hours have you spent in processes, technical and leadership skills? So they need to know, where are you spending these 20 hours? But it's not easy, it's not difficult to get that. Don't worry about that. The other advantage is this: better salary. Now, statistically speaking, 25% of the people in project manager, the median salary, you know what's the median. If I have value, I pick the value in the middle. So if between the highest and lowest value, the median, there is an increase in salary by 25% for people who are certified PMP and the people without that certificate. And here's the median salary as well, if you want. By the way, this is statistic from PMI. And by the way, if you go to the pmi.org, which is the website, here it is, by the way, you can download statistic for every country, every industry. It's a huge. You will see the difference between being certified and not holding the certificate. You see the difference, 92 and 115. Okay, now, growing community. This is the one I'm telling about. So look at that. We have 1 million people across the globe hold a PMP certificate. 1 million. Now, 200,000 PMI members. Now, there's a difference. I mean, it's not necessary if you are a PMP holder to be a PMI member. There's no relation between those, no relation. You can be a member without holding certificate, and you can hold a certificate without being a member, and you can be both. Now, you may say, what's the advantage of the PMP? I told you about the advantages of PMP. So, transferable skills, extra salary, industry recognition, and connection. Now, what's the advantage of being a PMI member? Being a PMI member, you will join a community, a huge community, networking opportunity, work opportunity, and you have access to a library of tools, a huge library of tools, videos, templates. Let's say I have a project and I need to know, how do I plan for risk? So what documents do I need? There is templates for that. I need to know, let's say, the responsibility assignment matrix. What's this? How can I build that? How can I build a hierarchy for my organization? How do I develop a report or print a report about quality? So what do I need to include? Everything is there. You have all the tools and the templates and videos in all industries. By the way, you cannot imagine it. All industries are there. So you have access to that. Now, also, you can be a member of any PMI chapter. Here in UAE, let's say, in UAE, we have Khaliji chapter. In Khaliji chapter, I am a member of Khaliji chapter. By the way, the membership is nothing, 35 dirham a year. It's nothing. But the advantages of that is huge because you can attend seminars, which you can get from their PDUs for your career and skill improvement, for your career and for validating your PMP every year. And you will learn from others, maybe work opportunities, and also, you advance is that you know what's going on, what's in you. And by the way, every year here in UAE, we have about 10, 12 seminars and webinars about in project management. There are more, many of them are virtual nowadays. So this is a growing community. Now, so in summary, what can I say about project management? It really delivers value. You know how to deliver value. You will learn when you apply for the exam. And when you will study for the exam, you will learn about what are the skills, the technical skills you need, the people skill you need, and also the strategic vision that you need to be a good project manager. Now, membership fees. Membership fees is about 150. What did I say about membership fees? Membership fees, just a minute. I said about UAE chapter 335 dirham, not more. But membership fees for PMI is $150. If you are asking, that's your question. $150 US as PMI membership. But for UAE, it's not that much. It's 35. Yes, that's it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys, I want to be clear. UAE Khaliji chapter 35 dirham. I said dirham. Khaliji chapter PMI 150. By the way, maybe I will discuss about the fees later on. So, what's the importance? First of all, because we are all project managers, as I said, we all manage change. We all under pressure. We are all facing new challenges every day. So, in somehow, we are project managers. But what you will learn is the best practice in managing project. What is the best practice? Now, what you will learn is what is generally recognized as the best practice. Now, you can have your own way of managing your thing, even any simple project, even moving from one place to another. It's a project by itself. You can manage it maybe, but are you managing that in the best way? That's why we need in project management to standardize, to have a common language between all project managers and to see what is the best approach. That's what you will learn when you apply for the PMP exam, the best approach. That's why you will get this professional credibility and you will deepen your knowledge, deep knowledge about how to manage projects. And as we said, also increase earning potential. Look at that here at the research. Research indicates that employers will need to fill nearly, look at the number, 2.2 million new project-oriented roles each year through 2027. And 2027 is 6 years from now. It's not that much. You see, we need 2.2. So be ready for that. Why not to be ready for that? So there is a reason, guys, that you have people are applying for the PMP on more than 200 countries all over. So why? Because it has that value. So, and when you are certified and you know you have this knowledge and the skills and you keep improving that, this is a staying power. You can transfer that to any kind of industry, as we said earlier. Now, what if I want to be certified? So what do I need to be certified? Now, first of all, you may ask, I'm not in project management. Now, whatever you did in the past, maybe you are part of a project. You are not the project manager. You are part of the project, any part of any project. To earn the certificate, either you have a 4-year degree, university degree, I mean, or, so here it is, a 4-year university degree, and you have to prove 36 months leading or managing a project or working on a project. In addition to, you see, three prerequisites, 35 hours of project management education. 35 hours. You have to attend a course in project management, and you have to get a certificate from authorized provider, PMP authorized provider, that you attended the course. The course is 35 hours, which is a week of 7 hours a day, right? Seven hours a day for a week, you will get that certificate. Now, again, here you need 36 months, which is what, 3 years, right? 3 years, and then 3 years working on project, and 4 years university degree. Or if you don't have a university degree, a high school diploma is enough. But in this case, you need 60 months leading a project or working on a project. In addition to the same education training, you need 35 training hours. Now, the good news is we can help you with, you know what, with this 35 hours. We can help you with that. As we are authorized PMP providers, we are authorized, we can help you with this one. We can provide the education, the materials, the books, the activities you need to pass the exam. We can guarantee, if you follow what we if you follow the instructions and the course, you are not absent, and you go with what we are delivering, we guarantee that you pass the exam. It's not difficult. Nowadays, team, it's much easier than before. All people that apply for the exam starting this year, they said it's easy. And it was, I can tell you, I applied for that years ago. It was difficult because a lot of memorization. Now, absolutely very, very few. They need to know that you really understand what do we mean by value. It's not about I follow the process. I am delivering the value. So the customer is my mind. He is my focus, the customer, the stakeholders. So that's why it's easy. You can answer many of these questions even from your own experience. If you want to apply for the exam, that's the things. We will help you as well. How to apply for the exam, how you arrange for the documents. Now, if you ask me, 4 years degree, it's okay. I have university, or maybe I have high school diploma. Now, how can I prove this one? And are they going to ask every applicant for that? No, they will not. Here's what they will do. So from all those people who apply for the exam, they will pick sample, 2%, 3%, randomly. They will pick randomly 3-4%, and they will ask them to send their documents. Send us what proof that you work in project management. Then you have to do that. Otherwise, it's not. So only 2-3%. But you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready for that. In case they ask about all of these, the 4 years, the leading projects, the 3 hours, and the certificate that you will get from the authorized training provider. Are you okay? Team, is it okay? Now, as I told you, we are in Select. We are authorized training partner, so we can provide you with this certificate, which is a prerequisite for the exam. So guys, please, do you have any question? Any question, please? You can drop it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and ask whatever you want. Team, any question? Now, if you want to ask about the fees, what about if we don't have the 36-month experience? Good question. If you don't have, now, here's what I suggest. I'll go back to tell you what I suggest. Now, PMI, the Project Management Institute, they have a new, another certificate, which is the Certified Associate in Project Management. You look at that. CAPM, Certified Associate in Project Management. So what is this? Now, you can see, you can look at it if you want, as if it's an introduction to project management. And with this, you don't need any background at all. Now, what's the advantage of having CAPM? The advantage of having the CAPM is you don't need to prove anything. I mean, this 36 or this, you don't. You only apply for the exam. That's it. You need only our certificate, the 35 hours. Now, when you apply for that and you pass the exam, by the way, we also provide the training on CAPM. Now, after 3 years or maybe 5 years, after 5 years or 3 years, I'm not sure of that, you can apply for the PMP exam. Look at that. If you have this certificate, now you can apply for the exam. It will be easier for you. You will get the knowledge, you will get the, the information about project management. It will be easier for you to apply for the exam. But still, you need, so what my answer to your question is go for CAPM until you have the experience you need for the PMP certificate. So go for CAPM. It's also reputable, and it validates that you know the principles about project management. Go for that. It's easier, by the way. It's easier. It's easier, much easier. And 3 hours. The exam is only 3 hours, while the PMP is 4 hours. Any other question, please? You can use what sort of documentation is typically required to prove you led project? Very good one. What sort of documents? You know, the only thing is, it's not that complicated, by the way. You have to say, I work in this project, this period of time, in that project, this. And what I did in that project is not in detail, by the way. I did that, let's say, analyze the requirements. Let's say, identify the stakeholders. Okay, let's say quality assurance, whatever the thing is. Now, here's what's important. You need to mention in the document who was your boss and what is his email and his mobile number. Why? Because they will verify, they will call him or her, or they will send them email and check. Did you really participate? Were you there? You did what you claim you are doing, what you said you did. They want to verify that. So be ready with this. What happens if I don't have that? If you don't have, again, I very much recommend that you go for CAPM, first of all. Maybe you are still new to project management. Use this one, CAPM. It's very well also known, very, very well. It's Certified Associate in Project Management. It's as if it's a step 1. Then after that, after 3 years, you can apply for the PMP exam. But make sure to be part of any project, guys, any project. Don't make it complicated. No. 4 years, but guys, the 4 years can be in anything. even in movies, even in, what can I say, in drawing, in whatever the thing is. That's what I'm saying. We are all, in fact, project managers. Why? Because we have issues that has a start and end. We have limited resources. That's the project in general. If you are managing that, so here it is. What if the project is confidential? It's okay. Many people are, no need to go into detail. No need at all. Even don't mention the name specifically. Yes, many projects are confidential. So no need to mention that directly. Guys, remember, only 3%, 2% of the people will be selected. In my case, let me tell you my case. When I applied for the exam, when I applied, you have only to say, by the way, team, here's what you will do. When you will apply for the exam, you will just say, I am, let's say, I am a lawyer, let's say. I'm a lawyer, that's my degree in law, or whatever the thing is. Just say that. I have 30 months in this project, just like that. And I have a certificate from so and so provider. Great. Let's say from Select. Great. Now, they may not ask anything else. In my case, they didn't ask. They directly said, by the way, they have 3 to 5 days to answer you. After 3 to 5 days, I cannot recall now, they said, you are eligible for the exam. Go and pay. Just like that. As easy as that. They didn't ask. I only said, I have this experience. I have, without any proof. Only they need the proof. If they say, they send you after 5 days, you are audited. Please send your documents. In that case, you have to send it. You have 1 month to send all the documentation. And the documentation is copy of your certificate, university or diploma certificate, a list of the project that you participated in, with what you did in those projects, okay? Who was your boss? Just the name or the email address, the name and the email address and the mobile, in case they want to check, and our certificate. So you see, if you apply through us, our certificate, or through any other provider, the certificate. So you don't need to do anything. Just say, I have those qualifications. Maybe you will be audited, maybe not. If you are, you have to send it to them within 1 month. So what are the ballpark salaries? Good question. For project managers in UAE, you see, I did not check for that recently, but it's very easy. Go to PMI and download. It depends, you know, it depends. You need the median. Download, it is there from pmi.org, the median salary or the average salary of project managers in UAE. By the way, there are a lot of statistics. And the document you need is the pulse of profession. Pulse of profession. Every year, PMI issue that document, which has a lot of statistics. One of them is about the salaries. But I can tell you, in average, it's, I'm not sure it's in all over the world. All over the world, it is about, the average is about 100,000 a year in average. I'm not sure exactly UAE how much is that. The average all over the world. Team. Practice, absolutely, absolutely. We will provide a practice test. So how can we guarantee you will pass the exam? How? How can we make sure you will pass the exam? Absolutely, we'll have a lot of tests, a lot of tests. What if the degree we have is not 3 years? Could we add the master's degree to the 4-year requirement? I.e., you can. Why not? You can. You can. You can. Because look at that. A high school diploma or an associate degree or any global equivalent. So you can. Why not? I have some project management courses that I attended a few years ago. How that will help in the application. You attended courses. If you attended courses, the problem is, I'll tell you what, starting 2020, in the past, it was easy. I mean, you can use your experience or the courses you attended, but nowadays, you have to attend an authorized from an authorized training provider. Because I'll tell you what, the materials to deliver project management training for all providers all over the world are the same, and they are from PMI. So you cannot attend any course in project management. You have to attend it from PMI. And you know what? We'll give you a key when you apply for the course. We'll give you a key. That key will link you to PMI, and you will get the materials from them. In fact, not from us, from them. They will send you the materials, and the materials will be used, specifically used. So you cannot use any other training course. This certificate is valid. The course I attended was PMI approved. PMI approved. You have the certificate, done. You can. Guys, here, let me go to the salaries. You see here, the median salary for the PMI. So I don't know in UAE, guys. If you ask me about UAE, here I have my statistics here in US. So you see, it's about 115 in US, but I know all over the world it's about 90 to 100,000. The salary. Any other question, please, for project manager in all over the world? You are welcome. 90 to 100. I'm not sure here. By the way, as I told you, there are statistics about that. You are welcome. Team, any other question, please? Please, any other question?
No, dear. Everything is clear.
You are most welcome, team. I hope you like project management. By the way, I like it. It changed my life. Really, it changed. I'll tell you what, you will start thinking differently, really, because things, it makes sense now. Why we go like this? Why we do that? Why? It makes sense. And you cannot imagine the amount of tools that are at your disposal for any kind of project, no matter how big or how small. You will really like it. You will learn something, guys. You will learn. Absolutely, you will learn. What would be the duration of the courses and total cost? Okay, for the duration, I can tell you, but for the cost, please contact our sales team. But for the duration, as I told you, it's 5 days. Here's my recommendation, guys. You know, in the past, we tell people after you have the 5 days, you need 2 to 3 months. Now, with the new exam, because it's easier and less memorization is very much less memorization needed, only 1 month is enough. And if you are experienced project manager, it's very easy. It's very easy. It's a common sense, guys. It's really common sense. So I suggest 1 week training, certified. You will get the certificate that you attended the course, and then 1 month. If you are a busy person, maybe 2 months, not more. You will be certified. Any other question? By the way, the minute you finish the exam, you will know the result. Exactly. It's 4 hours about. You pass and fail. There is no, excellent, very good. There's nothing like that. It's pass or fail. That's it. Now, after that, you can say you are PMP. You will receive the certificate after 2-3 days. That's it. What are the methods of evaluating a project manager? What do you mean? You mean as evaluating, what do you mean? For the PMP? What do you mean? Evaluating the performance. If you ask me in general, how can we evaluate a project manager? From his performance, from his value delivery, because it's about value delivery. But if you are asking me about PMP, it's an exam. You have to sit for the exam. By the way, the exam can be online, at your home, or at a center. There are many centers that you can go there and apply for the exam. Team, are you okay? Let me, total cost to get the PMP certificate, guys, you have to contact our people, our sales team. Please, very easy, go to our sales team. You are welcome. I don't know about these things. I mean, how much it costs, I don't know. But I know that if you want to be a member, PMI member, it's 150. And I know the fees for the exam if you want. The fees for the exam is 555 US dollar, 555. But if you are a member, I mean, you pay the 150, the 150 will be deducted from the exam fees. That will be deducted from the exam fee. So the exam will be 405 if you are a member. You don't need to be a member to apply for the exam and have PMP. You don't. Yes, and here's our sales team email if you want to ask anything, guys. We have courses all the time. So if you want to ask about the courses, the course, it's sales at select a group, as you can see in the .ae. Now I will start the pooling, if you please. We need to know if that was useful, you learned something. Please answer that, if you please. I have launched the pooling. Will you please, team? Very few questions. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mariam. Thank you. You are welcome. Team, will you please answer these questions in the polling? I hope, guys, you have learned something about this PMP, and maybe it's easier to decide if it's worth it for you or not. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome, Bessie. Welcome, Awad. You are welcome. How do you know you are a good project manager? Good question. Good question. Usually, if you manage a project, do you deliver on time? You deliver the value, budget? What do you face problems? Do you, that's kind of stuff. But the main thing is when you deliver, your stakeholders, customers, are they satisfied or not? That's the very important factor. Are they satisfied? If they are, even if you follow your own plan or something, or you deviated from the plan, but they are satisfied, you are amazing project manager. Welcome, welcome, Charmin. You are welcome. Muhammad, Dahir, you are welcome. Thank you. So, stakeholders. The main thing is the stakeholder. Are they satisfied or not? Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you. Thank you, Bessie. Thank you. Oh, it's post-lunch. Yes. Yes. It's okay. I hope you learned something about what this certificate is. Why it's beneficial for anyone. Are there general criteria and indicators that can be relied upon to measure the success of the project manager? Awad, the main objective of project: cost, schedule, quality, and what else? And the scope. So scope means that you delivered what the customer needs or the stakeholders. Are they satisfied? One. Have you delivered that on time? By the way, all lead to what? Are your stakeholders satisfied or not? Because if you deliver everything as per plan, but they are not satisfied, it means nothing. You are not successful. If you delivered what they need, even as I told you, you are deviated, it's okay. But there is no criteria, because I'll tell you what. The question is, as if you are asking me this, what do you consider it as a success? For me, maybe as a stakeholder, for me, each stakeholder has different criteria for success. For me, maybe success means deliver on time. Guys, maybe for me, it's time. Maybe for other stakeholder, success means deliver on budget. Maybe for other stakeholder, it's the scope, what you deliver. So that's part of project management. That's part of what you learn. You need to know about understanding your stakeholders. So what is the stakeholder? What's their attitude? Are they, let's say, what about the risk? What about the cost? Maybe I don't want you to spend any extra money. Maybe I am someone who is willing to take risk seekers. And I will tell you, go, do whatever you like. I need something completely new. And even if it costs a lot, even if you are late, what I need is something completely new, amazing. Maybe I am like that. Maybe I am risk averse, or maybe I don't like to pay. So you need to know the criteria based again on stakeholders' expectations and needs and wants. You get the idea. So how? Because success for who? And when you say I need a general criteria, there is no general criteria for success. There is no. For anyone, for different people means different things. Success means different things, right? But here's the thing: for each project, and that's what you will learn about in the course. For each project, there is a success criteria. You need to know it. What is it clear, or are you okay? Thank you very much.